Well, here we are at the wonderful motel in La Ronge. And here's the map. I've got the map laid out. So I figured I'd go through it real quick. And this is the map I'm taking with me. I'm folding these up and putting them into Ziploc bags. You can see the route all the way up to, well, Baker Lake, which is just off the map 20 miles this way. It's 20 miles due north from this map, so I figured for that last 20 miles I really don't need to map it. And apologies in advance if the floor is dirty, because this motel does not clean. I had to try to clean it up, but here we go. This is the first part of it, starting off from Wollaston Lake. And this is the man-hauling plan. So I wish I had a tripod, but I apologize. The road, that ice road 905, is right here. And from there, I think there's a road down this way. If not, I could ski across the lake and get to the town of a little Indian reservation here at Wollaston Lake. And then from there, it's heading northeast. I wish my camera, there we go, I need to get my hand out of the picture. Okay, so Wollaston Lake, and from there, heading northeast to Lac Brochet. Lac Brochet is another Indian reservation. There's not really any roads to it, so I guess you fly in. But from Lac Brochet, if you head north, a little bit northeast, and I'm already onto the third map out of 8. There's Fort Hall, which is abandoned. Is it a star fort? It doesn't look like it from the satellite imagery, but you can't really see much from the satellite imagery period in this part of the world, so it's really exciting to go explore up here. From the abandoned town of Fort Hall, heading northeast, and there's some kind of an airstrip up here and some cabins. I wrote homes on the map, but so each one of these stops there's a potential shelter. I mean, there's cabins and whatnot up here. I don't know if, there's one that's open to the public, but oftentimes it seems like there are cabins in these areas that are more or less just open to the person who might need to use it in this area. I couldn't find much through here except there's Wallace Island, and my friend Wallace is running Instagram. Speaking of Wallace Island, so follow that Instagram page, but I can't find much to this area. If you happen to see a cabin or anything through this area, let me know, because this is quite a stretch from Roberts Point over here until you get finally to Barlazon Lake. And there's some kind of a cabin on the there's some kind of a cabin right there. Is it shelter I can use? I don't know, but if nothing else, pinch in my tent next to a next to a building will seem kind of nice. This next little part is off the map. There's another cabin, Barlazon Camp number 2 is what I've called it. And it's 5 miles due north from 60 degrees. So this is the point right here where I cross 60 degrees and the expedition advances from 50 up into the 60s. And it's right here. Barlazon Camp number 2. I didn't order that map because I didn't want to get a map for this much of an area. So anyways, from there, Barlazon Camp number 2, it's heading northeast. And that's when I get to Erejon Lake Camp. And what are these camps? I don't know. You know, I'm just hoping there might, the Inuit may have left behind a little bit of caribou meat. And maybe a little bit of shelter to give you some comfort. Heading north from there. Going on to the, let's see, this is the 6th map. And thank goodness I bought these maps from GoTrekkers.com because, which is actually based out of L'Orange. Because without it, I would have never known that there's a cabin right there. But sure enough, it's there. With Google Maps and your Google searches and all your Google greatness, you wouldn't know about that cabin. So that's going to be a nice stop before heading a little bit to the northwest. Sorry, I don't have a tripod. Try to stabilize it here. And this is Hennik Lake Camp. Condition unknown, it says. There's a little kind of an airstrip. I don't know if you can call it an airstrip. There's a little straight dirt area. And there's supposedly a Hennik Lake Adventure Camp right there. So, I'll have to check that one out and see what's around that area. And then from there, it's not very far. I think it's like 30 miles. So 2 days. You know, I'll probably camp right in the middle, do 15 miles and camp here and 15 more. And the day after that, camping at Padlei, which is abandoned. But there's another cabin right down there. Padlei is an abandoned town. There's still some buildings standing. It looks like there's some buildings still standing. All right, heading north into the bathroom. Into the bathroom now. Okay. Heading north. I didn't see much through this area. You've got to go quite a ways. About a full degree from 62, the top of this map is 62 degrees. From 62 degrees almost to 63 degrees. And that is when you get to this abandoned mining operation. Now, the abandoned mining operation, I guess, is a little bit more up here by the airport. But it looks like there's buildings up there, so probably some shelter. And if not, it says there's cabins down here. I think there were some cabins over here as well. Too far out of my way. Oh well. I lost it. But anyways, there is a cabin right here. abandoned mine. Alright, after that, head north. I don't think there's much through here. Thank goodness for another cabin. Because after that long haul, I'm going to be ready for a roof over my head. And sometimes, you know, the Inuit stash extra meat from their kill that they can't pack out very easily. So that cabin is the last stop before Baker Lake. 20 miles due north from this point is Baker Lake, so it's just right up here somewhere on the floor. I'm not sure if I'll be able to see it from 64 degrees from the edge of this map, but it's only 20 miles, so I don't have a map of that area, but I figure for 20 miles I'll be able to make due north push. And Baker Lake is a big old town, so I should be able to see the airport and the lights from the town and everything else. That's a detailed inspection of the route from Baker Lake way up there all the way down. A bunch of abandoned towns and mines and cabins and lake towns, only accessible by airport. And back to the starting point, which is going to be getting off 905 and heading towards Wollaston. Hopefully there's a lodge open at Wollaston that I can go, you know, pay some money and get a room, upload some video from the trip over before I'm off for, well, that's gonna take at least 40 days, if not more. Thank you guys for your support. I'm really looking forward to this. I can't wait to get out here and start exploring abandoned towns, mines, and all these hunting cabins. It's gonna be oh man, it's gonna be an absolute blast. I feel sorry if you can't make it up here and go with me, because this is gonna be one good adventure. I'll see you guys on the live stream coming up next tonight.